What's a good quality of a nurse?
Friendly.
Caring. More friendly to the patient.
I think compassion and as good of an IQ as you get. Minimum 105.
The nurse should be able to look after the patient and to know what is the priority for the family and the hospital, also the price. Frankly.
One that takes care of you in the hospital.
I'm having a mental block.
Beautiful.
So I would consider one of the most important qualities in a nurse to be honesty. Not only for your patient's sake, but for your own. It's always better if you don't know the answer to something to be honest and say that you don't know the answer to something, but that you will go and find out. But I also think that it's important to be honest with the families or the patients that you're caring for.
For nurses, I think it's really important that they have integrity, that they have commitment, and that they have a passion for what they do. So that's 3 different values. I think the most important thing is the passion. Whatever they're doing, whatever field they're in, it's important that they're passionate about what they do. It's what keeps you going. It's what makes the job not a job, but your life. And it's important to have that passion.
Pretty much you need everyone to be a part of that team, and for that goal to be achieved, you have to be one. And I think being a team player is a great asset too as well, to have, you know, a great nurse. You have to have that openness to learn and accept positive criticism, because I've been nursing for like 6 years now, and I think every day is a learning process for me, and I learn things every day. I learn things with my colleagues, and even for new nurses, students as well. So 3 things pretty much for me works.
The most important quality, I think, in nursing, aside from the normal things like compassion and persistence and things like that, I think is humor. And I think humor is what helps you deal with difficult circumstances, difficult patients, difficult staff members, your colleagues that you're working with. It makes everything feel better, and it has a way of just kind of loosening up the tension that can be around in when you're working, and especially with critically ill people. Sometimes that's the best way to handle it.
So qualities that make a really good nurse. So empathy is one. You have to learn how to work as a team player. You have to learn how to take constructive criticism, because it's going to happen. And you have to learn how to take feedback, so you know next time you improve on anything you do. You have to learn, like even when we do have students, you have to learn how to communicate with them. You know how to nurture, like nurturing your young ones, because you have to learn to share the knowledge you have to any of our young nurses, and really, especially in, so we can really treasure that, because it's a teaching hospital. You have to learn how to work independent as well. You have to learn that include patients, family, in the daily care of the patient, because it's not just the patient you're nursing the family as well. And good communication with the patient family is very, very important, because you know we only nurse them when they're here. When they go home, it's a family that is taking care of them. So you have to learn to include them in everything that you do. Talk to them, be polite to them, answer all their questions. And even with our doctors, you have to learn good communication with them too, because it's a multidisciplinary team, so you have to learn to work with everybody and take everybody's advice. And like daily goals it's something that the team come together to set. So you have to learn. It's a lot of learning in nursing, but the one big outcome is the patient. It's focusing on the patient and what's best for them.
The quality that I believe to be the most important to nursing is trust. Trust with your colleagues, trust with your patients, trust with the rest of the other staff that you're working with. If your patient doesn't trust you, then they're not going to want to work with you. And even little things like saying I'll be back in 5 minutes or 30 30 minutes with some water or some medication or whatnot, follow through and don't make false promises at any time because then you basically lose their trust.